Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. This is Xanthus with Xanthus Gaming. And we are here in Diablo 3 with the Necromancer, and we're going to be testing the... Oops, sorry. We're going to be testing the Plague set, Pestilence set, I guess it's called now. And see if we can find out something that we can at least clear Greater Rift 70 with. Darren is the first to say something on stream. Nope, sorry, it's Startman. Hey buddy, welcome to the stream. We'll see how it goes. So my impressions of this particular set is that it's the weakest of the three sets, and that honestly it's undertuned. I wish that it would get buffed a little bit because I think it's pretty damn weak. So hopefully they do something about that, but you never know if they will or not. Do something about that. Yep, I did check out Dokkan. I have it on my phone now. I didn't get a chance. I didn't play it very much, but I started to. I did part of the tutorial mode. Looks pretty good. Hey BK, how's it going, buddy? So not sure which of these two items is better. I think this one is. So we're going to start with the Maltorius's Petrified Spike. Our Bone Spear now costs more essence, but deals 440% increased damage. So I'm thinking possibly something like that in combination with a either Reliana's Shadow Hook, maybe, or in combination with a Nayer's Black Death. I think we'll be using a lot of different poison skills with the Pestilence build, so I'm leaning towards that as a way to start. You can call me Dion if you want. That's cool, man. Sounds good. See, maybe Tragouls. I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know with this set what to do, honestly. I think that we should be using Corpse Whisper Pauldrons. And for a ring, I guess Crispin Sentence. Maybe we just go with a Unity for the ring. Maybe we just go with a Unity for the ring. Maybe we go like super tanky on the jewelry slots. And then we go like full offensive everywhere else. Maybe that would be the way to go. I'm not sure. I haven't played with this since the early beta, and I know it got some changes since then, so maybe it's a little bit better than it was. But it was pretty freaking weak in the early beta, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go Bone Spear for sure. Oh, where's my brain? I didn't even go over what the set does. Sorry, guys. So, 2-piece set bonus for each nearby corpse. You consume Fire Corpse Lance at a nearby enemy. 4-piece set bonus. Each enemy you hit with Bone Spear reduces the damage you take by 2% up to a maximum of 50%. And 6-piece is each corpse you consume grants you an empowered Bone Spear charge that increases the damage of your next Bone Spear by 300%. Oh, I don't have the gloves on. Do I not have the gloves for this set? Aw, shit, man. I thought I had the full set. Well, let's do some quick blood chart gambling and hope.
What?
But
I didn't even know I had that thing.
Apparently I'd fail. Could cause some issues. You've subbed to me? Cool. Glad to hear that, Dion. Oh man. Oh man.
Don't forget, luck
Mistakes were made, boys. Mistakes were made. We're just gonna start upgrading these because I don't think we're gonna get it. See if we can just get it off an upgrade. Can't believe I did that. I'm sorry, team. Oh, we don't have enough to upgrade. Oh, man. We might end up having to run a Royal Ring of Grandeur because I suck. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That is too expensive.
Oh, my God. All right.
Yes? Why do you keep glancing over?
Ooh.
Oh, just making sure she isn't up to anything suspicious.
Can't believe I did that, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, well, we'll use the Royal Ring of Grandeur to get started. Hopefully it drops while we mess around with this. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. I thought I had all the set pieces for all the sets. I should have kept grinding. My bad, team. Unless I'm just blind. That shouldn't be in there. That's an extra. I don't see it. I think I had a herp derp moment, guys. Alright, well, whatever. It'll be fine. We're having trouble deciding what our next ring should be anyway. Let's go and utilize that then. Or possibly this. The bright side here is we have some glove options we could substitute in. It's not the end of the world. So that's good. Why do I have two of those? That's the weaker one. Okay. Alright. I think we'll start with an exploded corpse damages at least one enemy. Your corpse explosion deals 78% increased damage for 6 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Maybe we'll try to build some corpse explosion into this. See how that goes. So we definitely want Bone Spear. Not so sure we'll need Grim Scythe here. Might go with Power Shift on Siphon Blood instead. We want a way to proc our poison skills because we're going to use Nair's Black Death. So that's important. We're going to probably keep the bone armor because I think we'll need it for the survivability. We, of course, are going to need Corpse Lance on the build because we're running stuff specifically to buff it. Each lance slows the target by 10% and reduces its damage by 6% for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. Or we could go with Ricochet. It's only a 20% chance to ricochet, so. No Fun Ink says, I spy a nerd. Oh yeah, baby. You got me. I am a nerd. And I'm proud of it. And then we'll go with Corpse Explosion, Shrapnel, or Close Quarters. I think Close Quarters is better. And we still have our Land of the Dead. Which I don't know if we'll go Frozen or if we'll go with Plague Lands in order to get that poison damage going. We're just going to start in a regular T13 Rift and see how terrible this is. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty terrible. Let's see, we have to swap out some gems here. There's no way we want to go with Marinara here. I know it's called Marina's Teardrop, but stream called it Marinara's Teardrop one day. And it just kind of stuck in my head. So it's now forevermore known as Marinara's, or, yeah, Marinara. Zay's Stone of Vengeance might be good here on this particular one. We don't really have any pets to distract enemies, so we can hit things from range, though. So it might be harder to make work, but I think it'd be okay. We might have to drop 1 stack of the Nair's Black Death bonus in order to get a teleport onto the bars. I think we want to consider running a Johnstone instead of the Traveler's Pledge as well. I'm looking in the wrong stash tabs. So we might consider running a Johnstone. And if we run a Johnstone, that gives us the freedom to run a different ring. Maybe Crispin's. The only stun we have is Dislocation with Bone Armor, though. You're a cool nerd. Thank you, Dion. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. Oh, that's right. I was going to grab a Zays. There's my Zays. So I'm thinking of Zay's Stone of Vengeance, maybe. You'll be right back. Alright, sounds good, buddy. We don't really have anything that applies to slow per se. We should grab Rigor Mortis so that we always have a slow on things, and that'll proc our Bane of the Trapped. So Rigor Mortis will accomplish that. This is not a particularly fast hitting build, even with the Corpse Lance. So I don't know if we want a Bane of Stricken. And the question becomes, what do we take? I think we're going to need all the offensive gems we can get. We might actually go with Gem of Efficacious Toxin, even though it's usually considered pretty bad. So it'll amplify our damage a little bit more. I think that might be the best build setup there for gems. I'm not sure. We'll have to play around with it a little bit. Gorgok might be good too. That way we have the cooldown reduction for Land of the Dead. I think we should definitely go with Blood is Power for more cooldown reduction on Land of the Dead. I don't think we need Wrathman's Shield. It's not like we're going to have it up all the time. I think we definitely want Serration. Gives extra damage on Bone Spear, since we'll be casting it from range. That seems like the no-brainer choice there. And our last one's probably going to be Standalone, because that gives us really good sustain. Or sustain, toughness. To my fellow Americans, happy 4th of July. To everyone else, happy Tuesday. Happy 4th of July, buddy. See if I can convince my wife to go to the fireworks this year. We'll keep Traveler's Pledge for now. Let's just do a regular T13 Rift and see how terrible this is.
Enemies of the Neph.
Okay.
I require a corpse for that.
Alright, I thought I killed something. Oh, my bars are off. Oh, this isn't good. I can tell already this isn't good.
I'm afraid not.
Alright, well there are stacks. We're stacked up on the poison stuff. We hit for about 3 billion.
Hello, welcome back.
Why is my intro going off right now? What the heck?
We're in 7 Days to Die. We're playing husband and wife Let's Play today.
I must have... Okay, ignore that, guys. That's my previous stream. I don't know why I started playing in the background. I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. My bad. Sorry, team. That was probably really confusing. Fixed it. Alright, so this doesn't seem very good. Just straight off the bat. We're starved for mana. We don't have that much damage.
I'm afraid not. This world can abide you no longer. My essence is too low.
You know, we should go with Shrapnel instead of Close Quarters
is too low.
On this kind of build, but I think we actually want to drop Corpse Explosion. Let's drop Corpse Explosion. Let's grab Golem. We're going to grab a Decay Golem. And we're going to swap out the gloves for the corpse. The Golem sheds the corpse every second. That way we always have a supply of corpses. See if that works out a little bit better. Welcome back, BK. Always good to have you, dear Dion.
My essence.
Yeah, so see, now we have a lot more corpses that we can send towards enemies. Which is pretty good, I think.
That is not possible. My essence is too low.
It seems pretty slow. Seems pretty slow.
corpse for that.
Maybe Ricochet is the way to go. I don't know.
That is not possible.
I think we definitely need the Johnstone for this set no matter what, otherwise it's going to be even weaker.
I'm afraid not. I require a corpse for that.
Feels pretty weak. I don't know if the requirement of having everything be poison is going to work out for us. It's the highest theoretical damage. If we could keep it maintained, but I just don't think we can keep it maintained. I think we can't. I don't think we can use the Scythe. Could try Scythe as cycle. I think this is not gonna work. Maintain that seems too difficult. Do we have max essence? We have a little bit of max essence on our weapon. So our max essence is 236. We can of course get it higher. Do we have movement speed? We do, so we only need 13% here. Oops. Okay.
New goods today.
And then we'd want overwhelming essence instead of blood as power, I guess. I think we have to have the other things. Alright, let's see how that feels.
Give it more time. Not enough essence.
Just stood in a bunch of poison for no reason. My bad, team. Oh, I should be using bone spikes if I have Reliana's on. My bad.
I'm afraid not. I require a corpse for that. No.
This is just like 7 Days to Die, just completely different. Oh, funny. Alright, Golem, you gotta stop shitting out corpses. You could drive me crazy. Alright. And we can grab frozen lands on Land of the Dead instead of plague lands now that we don't have to have poison on there. So that's nice. We could also go with like invigoration so that our skills don't cost any essence while we're in Land of the Dead, and then we can just spam bone spears. Because I have the feeling we're going to want to be spamming our corpse lance instead when we're in there. So I think we should go with ricochet or visceral impact with corpse lance. 2% of your health, and you can launch an additional lance from yourself towards a target. Maybe Brittle Touch would be the way to go. I'm not sure. We're not stuck on Blighted Morrow anymore either. So maybe we want to go with Shatter. I seem to remember that being pretty good. I don't know, guys. If you have any ideas for Pestilence builds, let me know. You know what? We're gonna make sure we're gonna put the Johnstone on because I don't think we want Traveler's Pledge. I think Johnstone is required. So we're gonna flip that out. Let's re-roll it to have a socket real quick. Oh, life per hit. We only have 9 more rerolls. If we don't get a socket on this, I'm going to be super sad. There we go. Alright. We can drop the Traveler's Pledge for Crispins, which is going to give us a lot more damage during Land of the Dead. So that's good. That's good. I think that'll be better. Moribund Gauntlets. Yep. Yep, that's what I'm using. So our golem shits a corpse every couple seconds. I don't know what type of golem we want to go with, though. Maybe bone or flesh? I think we need flesh golem with Moribund's Gauntlet, so we could go bone, I guess. Carrying all nearby enemies to target locations, stunning them. I just don't think we need flesh golem because we're gonna have so many. We have so many corpses. Anyway, good morning, Uli Uli. Welcome to the stream. See, like we already have like 5 corpses. Like we're not gonna ever not have enough corpses to corpse lance.
My essence is too low.
Oh, I need to change power shift into bone spikes something. Path of Bone maybe, or sudden impact. Probably Path of Bone, right? Could do frost spikes. Smeagol is the best golem. Golem. Well played, sir. You're not wrong. Oh, hold on. Someone changed the lighting position in my room. I've got to adjust that. It's got a mad glare. Oh, that's better. Alright. Hey, look at that. There's a chest.
Our just reward.
Sorry about that, guys.
My wounds are deep.
Oh yeah, the Bone Golem will also give us a Crispin proc. Because it's a stun, right? So that'll proc Crispins. This already feels better. This already feels better than the other build did. Still really bad damage though. Regardless. When they're actually stunned, it's not bad. So maybe I should go with the Bone Spirit Impact one. Maybe the stun on impact of bone spears is better. Why do you have the bone armor skill when you don't use it? I'm using it. Maybe I'm not using it often enough. I'm really not used to this set at all anymore, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of it. Let's try that instead. God, that constant golem corpse creating sound is going to drive me insane.
I need essence.
This is not enough damage. This is like no freaking damage. This is terrible.
I'm afraid not.
Oh, it's because I'm an idiot. Turns out it's because I'm an idiot. I'm not using my fucking corpse lance. Alright, guys. I'm awake, I swear.
I'm afraid
I
not.
bet you're sitting there yelling at the screen, use your fucking corpse lance! My bad, team. My bad.
The night embraces
Yeah, that's a little bit better, guys.
There, a worthy foe. My wounds have closed. I must wait longer. I need aid.
Try spreading malediction and decrepify, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Auto cast bone armor. I could do that.
That needs to recharge. Healing. That is not possible.
Fuck, man. I definitely wasn't missing the Diablo stream. Welcome back, Leviathan. Glad to have you, buddy. Alright, so someone suggested decrepify. What would you replace to get decrepify in there? Oh my god, would you stop shitting corpses, please? Stupid golem. Boner sacks are often between 2 and 7. It's because I'm not living long enough to do anything. I'm not... Don't know what I'm doing, to be honest, on this setup. There's no reason to have that on there anymore. Maybe swift harvesting, maybe bone prism, blood is power, bone spike maybe? Well, I need bone spikes in order to generate essence. So I can't drop that for decrepify. I could drop my golem, but then I'm losing my source of bodies. Frozen Lands is a powerful cooldown. I could just drop the bone armor, I guess. And take decrepify. That's another form of damage reduction, right? And then we could put spreading malediction on, like you said. Yeah. That could work. Wither, maybe? Let's try it. Oh, that's right. I was using Blood Lance because I wanted to try it out. I think that was a mistake. Let's try Visceral Impact instead. Devour could give you essence with the corpses. It's true. I also have Reliana's in the cube, so the bone spikes give me a lot of essence. But I could go Devour and auto cast Devour instead. Does Devour produce? Yes, it does. Hey Darren, welcome to the stream. Yeah, maybe we could do Devour instead of Bone Spikes. Let's try this first though and see how it works with those changes. Oh, forgot to put Spreading Malediction on, didn't we?
That is not possible.
Spreading Malediction replaces what? Serration, maybe? Spreading Malediction, Serration. Just came by and dropped by and say those hot messages were horrible, lol, see you later, gain sleep. What hot messages? I'm not sure what you're talking about, bud. The matches, the hots matches, yeah, it was rough times on the PTR today. Auto Devour, you get Corpse Lances. It's true. It's true. And I don't have to actually worry about it.
Decay and rot. My essence is to know.
Yeah, we could try Auto Devour. I can see it working here. Gives you more freedom. Are you thinking Devour with the Numlock trick, or are you thinking Devour with Devour Aura?
I'm afraid not.
I was thinking Devour Aura, probably. It's going to require me getting in melee range a lot more, though, and half of our stuff is built for the further away you are, you know? Alright, let's try it. Oops. Stupid enemies.
I must wait.
Alright. We'll try it. We'll drop Bone Spikes for Devour Aura. Go back to Blighted Morrow, I guess. I don't know.
That is not possible. All must serve the cycle.
Okay. It works pretty good. I keep trying to right click to do my Bone Spear though. Okay, and then we just corpse back up between packs. Maybe. I think we need to drop Zay's Stone of Vengeance if we're gonna be this close this often. And Serration's pretty much useless too then.
This world can abide you no longer.
There's actually a chest piece that gives you, there's a chest piece that gives you healing back from your Devour. That might be something to consider.
Decay and rot.
And it also restores more essence as well. Like, that might be something to look at. Okay, that seems pretty good.
My essence is
That seems pretty good. I like the Devour for Easy Corpse spam. Maybe Brittle Touch or Ricochet instead. Let's try Brittle Touch. Hey Estrella, what's up?
Hey.
Okay, sounds good. I will be sleeping in tomorrow. I will not be waking up.
I let you sleep till midday.
I know.
Do not.
I need to catch up on my
fear
sleep.
the
I've
end.
gone 6 or less hours every night for the last like 4 nights.
Yeah, but you're old. You don't need better sleep.
Shut up. Jerk.
Give it more time.
Hey, Leviathan.
Estrella says hi, Leviathan. I don't know if you guys can hear or not.
Do not fear.
So Land of
the
Dead's
end.
crazy powerful there.
Holy shit.
I forgot we need to be popping that for our Johnstone too. My bad, team. That could be part of why we're
Give
having
it
trouble.
more time.
Alright, much love, tell you guys good night.
Love you, hon. Dream sweet.
Love you.
I can't get close enough to get corpses. There. That's not too bad. These are the runes we're using right now, Pedro. Let's switch out Zay's Stone of Vengeance for something else. That way we don't have to worry about being so far away all the time. Maybe for Pain Enhancer? Maybe. But the thing is, we're not really relying on attack speed here, and the Poison Dot's not going to do all that much. Like, I don't know what gem we use here that's offensive that's actually going to be useful. We could go with the defensive gem, I guess. Probably need Esoteric Alterations we get higher. Do I have to use the Boring Bone Storm build for higher pushes? There is a blood build that can go up into the 90s as well. Check out Bloodshed's channel. And I have a pet build that goes up to about 80. But oops. Cube. We should probably use, since we have a curse on our bar now, we should probably use Tragouls instead of Really Honest. That will help a bit. Yeah, Tragouls will help a bit.
Hey, mister, I got some new things. You should take a look.
Yeah, no problem, Fidgeturd. Let's drop Serration since we're not going to be worrying about staying a long ways away from things. And instead... You know, I haven't actually tried Bone Prism yet. And it would proc our Crispins, right? Because it's a root, so it would proc our Crispins. That may be okay. I don't know. Someone needs to fill out their cube. Yeah. I play mostly... Or I actually... Last season was the first season I played since season 4. So... You probably ruined everything. You think Rigor Mortis? I don't really have much poison. I was thinking about trying out Shatter instead, but we could keep his Blighted Marrow and put on Rigor Mortis. That's true. Don't use Tragouls. Why not, Garrett? As long as the enemy's cursed, it takes 200% extra damage. It's the most reliable damage boost we have. It's better than Reliana's, since I'm not using Bone Spikes. You deal 200% increased damage to cursed enemies. I don't know what else I would use. We already are using a Petrified Spike in our main hand. We're not going all poison things, so we can't use that. Scythe of the Cycle's not any good because we dropped our bone armor. Giant Red Cursor is called Yellow Mouse. It was necessary for me because I'm an old man and I couldn't see my cursor with the Paladin Hammer spam build. I can make it not so big anymore if you guys wanted. It's not really needed here, but it does proc without Grim Scythe. All you have to have is the curse on them. I'll prove it with math real quick for you. Alright, so I hit him for 3 billion. Now the curse is on him, and I hit him for 9 billion.
Not enough essence. Weakness consumes you.
Ancient Cursor. Yep, it's an Ancient Cursor. Oops, I have the wrong fucking Bone Spear on, don't I? Oh, I don't have my gauntlets on. I'm like, something seems off. What's going on here? Now I have my gauntlets on. The sound was annoying me, so I took them off. I forgot. I forgot, team. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Actually, crystallization might not be terrible if we're not having to be a long ways away. Kind of want it? Yeah, just download it. It's called, it's just called Yellow Mouse.
I grow weak. I must wait.
Fucking Waller. Bane of my existence, Waller is. That moment when you can't get close enough to your golem to consume the corpses and you have no essence as a result. Feels bad. Feels bad. Wall goes down, and we kill them. Oof. Yeah, I don't think I can use the increased attack speed spear. We're spending our essence quicker and we can get it. What if we had a Reaper's Wraps, maybe? We're definitely consuming our essence quicker and we can get it, though. Crystallization's not gonna work. Maybe try Blood Spear. The Plague set? No, it's not worth playing right now. We're just testing things out to see if we can find something that kind of works. But no, it's definitely undertuned. 100% undertuned. forgot to grab those earlier, apparently. 2 pieces nice when you get 5, 6 piece going. Yeah, I have all 6 pieces, but I still think it's really bad.
I'm losing strength. Prepare for a long fight.
Yeah, I don't think that,
No.
don't think Blood Spear is gonna work for me.
I must wait. I need aid. I'm on the mend.
Do I need to have Corpse Lance? Kind of. My cube item is Corpse Whisper Pauldrons. It's doing the majority of my damage. It's doing a lot more damage than my Bone Spear is. So I feel like I need to have it. I think Shatter seemed like it felt the best. We haven't tried out Teeth yet, though. No, I don't think a Nova would do anything. It has no synergies with this build. Or with this set at all. I don't see any use to put any Nova in here. Maybe we go Ricochet. I like the idea of the auto consume with Cannibalize, but I just don't think it's too hard when your golem position's in the wrong spot. Maybe if we go with Flesh Golem and we could just force him to jump on top of us and give us corpses, that would work. I'm pretty good, Elder. How are you, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. I can tell you I don't like Bone Prism. We're going back to Serration. It's only hitting for 9 billion now with the Teeth rune. That's pretty weak sauce. Our golem just fucking died. Our golem just died and now we have no essence. Arcane is so annoying. Yeah, it is, man. Completely.
That needs to recharge.
Reapers might be useful, yeah. I'm thinking so too. Let's go craft one. Parthenon's not giving us any benefit, that's for sure. One-handed scythe and phylactery is better. Your weapon to the cube. Which one-handed scythe would you recommend, Michael? There aren't very many one-handeds that go with this set, I don't think. Not terrible. It'll work. One-hander. We could do corroded. We could go Tragools, I guess. We have an ancient mouth spear. I think honestly having a higher weapon damage is better for this build than a one-handed. Reaper's Wraps and Life from Death passive? Maybe. We have Tragools in the cube because when we apply the curse, it'll give us the 200% damage bonus. We ignore the first part and we just look at the second part. You deal 200% increased damage to cursed enemies. It doesn't say the curse has to be applied by Grim Scythe. That's a common misconception. Corpse Whisper Pauldrons. Corpse Lance damage is increased by 30% for 3 seconds when you consume a corpse. And Unity. Yeah, I do need an ancient Tragools. I agree with that. Let me see if I have a Reforge. Nope, I'm one short. Because I crafted the Reaper's Wraps, I can't reforge it. Feels bad. Just for the sake of argument, though, let's do it. Let's try it. Oh my god, what am I doing? Requiem Cereplate in the cube? I have not tried that yet. Do you think it would be good? My problem right now is I'm not doing any damage. And the Corpse Whisper Pauldrons are what's giving me my damage. So if I go with Cereplate in the cube, I'm losing like all of my damage. That makes me a bit nervous. I don't have a socket on that either. That feels bad. I cubed my one with the socket by accident. Hopefully we get a socket. Otherwise we're not doing this after all. There's one. Alright. Is Trag Scythe a forged gear? No, it's a drop, unfortunately. It'd be nice if it was forged, but it's a drop. Maltorius is Spike. Which offhand? Probably Grim Scythe, right? Yeah, it's gotta be Grim. It's gotta be Ledger's Disdain. Sheet damage doesn't mean anything, bud. Never has. But yeah, my gear is all just the first things I got, you know. None of it's optimized. Almost none of it's re-rolled. Shouldn't matter. If you find a build that works, you find a build that works. Drop Serration because we'll be in melee range a lot. Rigor Mortis. Swift Harvesting. Life from Death. Probably Life from Death, right? Yeah. Something like that. Well, we'll give it a try. See how it feels. Oh shit, I should actually put Cursed Scythe on my bar.
That is not possible.
Feels bad, team. Hold on. Have to make an adjustment. We have to drop Devour or Corpse Lance from our bar. Didn't really want to drop the Corpse Lance, but I think we have to. Damage is really low, yeah. Yeah. This set is undertuned. My goal right now is not to assume that I'm going to have a good, like, high grade or rift build. I'm just looking for anything that will work if they buff up the set any. Jesus fuck. Okay. I think teeth, the damage on teeth is way too low.
That needs to recharge.
Let's change teeth to shatter. This might not work. Yeah, I agree, but it might not work. I agree. Throw down our guy. Still, the damage is still really low. Super squishy since we have to be in melee. And we don't have any of the damage reduction things we need to be in melee. Yeah, no, this isn't gonna work at all. Not enough damage anyway, honestly. There's like no fucking damage. Oh, I don't have my gauntlets on. That could be part of the problem. Keep doing that. We could drop Auto Devour and get the corpse back up. And just manually cast Corpse Lance. Then we don't have to be quite so in the middle of it all the time.
Give it more time.
Yeah, this is painful. This is painfully bad. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna go back to two-handed. We're gonna go back to two-hander. Maybe if this were ancient, it would work better, but even then, I'm skeptical. So we're gonna go back to two-hander. I'm going to drop Devour Aura. As convenient as it is, and it feels nice. I think I'm gonna put on Visceral Impact for the Corpse Lance. We're going to put on Bone Spikes, Path of Bone. We're going to put on Serration again. Actually, yeah, we're going to put on Serration. They want all Necro sets to be valid. Yeah, this one's weak sauce at the moment. But I think we can find something that'll work. Poison Room and Bone Spear doesn't proc nairs every time. Yeah, it does. No, well, kind of how it works is you have X number of stacks of it you need to maintain. And each source of the poison counts as its own stack. So it's not like you can refresh all the stacks with Bone Spear. You have to keep rotating through and remembering which stack is the one that's not refreshed. Does that make sense? So like say these were all poison skills. My Q, W, E, R, left click, right click. Say I have them all applied, right? So I went Q, W, R, E, left click, right click, right click. As one of them falls off, I have to remember which one fell off in the order I cast it. It's a pain in the fucking ass. It sucks. But we did start off the stream trying a poison rotation build. We might try that again though. You need up to, like, it can stack up to 6 times. So For it to be as good as Tragul's in the cube,
You should take a look.
in order for it to be as good as Tragul's, which is a straight 200% no matter what, you would need at least 4 different poison spells that you rotate between, and then it would surpass it. We're going to try Reliana's Shadow Hook again, though, which gives us 0.5% damage increase for every... fuck, words are hard. For every point of maximum essence we have. We're at 286 maximum essence. Who wants to do math? So it's 143 damage. It's weaker than the core. Oops. It's weaker than Tragul's, but it also gives an additional 5 essence per enemy hit. So that's pretty good. Oh, thank you, sir. Missing a helm, gem in the helm. That would explain why my Land of the Dead seems to be taking forever. I'm bad. I'm bad at this game. Sometimes, I swear to God. Alright. We're gonna try this. We might go back to Traveler's Pledge, I don't know.
No.
Had the wrong gauntlets on.
I'm afraid not. The Rift Guardian is here. I'm afraid not. No. That needs to recharge. That is not possible.
Thank you. Appreciate the wormhole.
Weakness consumes you.
Bone Skewer? I don't even know what that is.
I'm afraid not.
This is terrible. Ah.
That is not possible. That is not possible.
So without the auto devour, our Land of the Dead does about half as much damage, I feel like.
No.
Because we can't spam our bone spears during it.
I'm afraid not.
What, Torment 13? It's pretty fucking weak that I can't do Torment 13. Well, I mean, it can do it, it just takes for flipping ever.
Possible.
I wouldn't consider this doing Torment 13. I would consider this banging your head against a wall in Torment 13. Not a good feeling.
No.
Not a good feeling.
They should have run when they had the
Alright, so we have to have Devour. Bone Skewer, I think, is hit 40 enemies at once with a Bone Spear. Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. Oh my god, that sounds gonna drive me crazy.
I am returning to town.
Well, that sucked.
Well, Nephilim.
Try switching up the gems, I guess. I don't feel like pain enhancer's doing anything. Let's just go back to Zay's. There's an achievement called Game of Bones where you use bone armor on the Skeleton King. Nice. Our overwhelming essence gives us more damage. That brings that up to 165, 168. 168% increase with Relianas. That's closer to what we want. We're using Dayanetta's binding. I don't know if I'm really getting much value out of Johnstone. I don't know, team. Could use Dark Reaping to help with Essence. Possibly. We're not killing things very fast is the problem. Like, we're not doing enough damage. I don't know how to go any more glass cannon-y than I already am. Okay, I took everything that does damage. Maybe go Swift Harvesting. What weapon am I using? That. Doubles the essence cost and increases the damage by almost 500%, 450%. What do you have in the cube? There's a cube. We could try cubing Requiem, but then we lose all the damage from Corpse Whisper. Yeah, we're using Bone Spear. The build is the Bone Spear build. Hey, Boosted Lucio, how you going, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, toughness is a bit low. We have 751,000 health. We're missing all resist on our chest. We haven't re-rolled our gear. Maybe re-rolling our gear will help. I just switched it to Blighted Morrow. I was using Shatter. The only reason I was using the Golem is because we were using the Moribund Gauntlets. And I'm a dumbass and didn't have enough. I'm actually missing the last piece of the set and I didn't realize it.
Hello there.
So I don't have much of an option. I have to have gloves in there.
That's nice.
That is too
Because I'm an
expensive.
idiot.
Can I have it back?
Feels bad. I am not using the Poison Spear. I was using Rauliana's Shadow Hook. I do have a Crispins, yep. It's equipped currently. Oh my god, it's hot down here. Use a Poison Spear and go for the bonus from the pass-through. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just switched over to Poison Spear. Yeah, I misread what you said. Yeah. Let's try that, I guess. We made a few changes. Maybe it'll work better. Maybe instead of using Crispins, we should be using Convention of Elements. I have a pretty decent Convention of Elements. Thank you, Solitary. Much appreciated. Do you know if there's a way to see secondary stats you have in the armory without being in the game? I think you could go to wowprogress.com, but I'm not sure. Diabloprogress.com, but I'm not sure it works unless the person has refreshed their profile.
I'm afraid not. No. I am injured. No.
I'm hitting the stairs. Like, what's going on? Hitting the stairs. I can't decide which rune is the best on Corpse Lance either. I was using Crispins, just switched it to Unity.
That is not possible. No. I'm afraid not. A fine corpse. No. I must heal. That is not possible.
I mean, this is kind of better, I guess.
Don't go down easily. You will make a fine corpse.
That is not possible. No.
It's a lot of kiting. I feel like I'm playing vanilla Diablo or vanilla Wizard.
Do not fear the end. That is not possible. That is not possible.
This is not HC viable. It's very squishy. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. I don't think this is anything viable, to be honest.
That is
Need
not
corpses. I mean, we're getting corpses from our golem. Not enough mana. Use the ice golem to proc Crispins. I could. More damage for your poison spear, more CC. Use the poison spear that hits multiple enemies. Do I need to go punch Meth again? Yeah, I've got... You think I should try Marinase? I could try Marinase. I wasn't using it with this build because it doesn't scale like it does with the bone armor builds. Because the bone armor build affects all abilities. But we could try Marinades instead. We could try Marinades Teardrop. Why not? Oh, I have all the sets, Leviathan. I'm just trying to test this particular set right now. Like, we could switch to a different set and just play something that works. But the idea right now is to try to figure out a way to make this work. Not sure there is a way. That's interesting.
Hold on. Press onward.
Trying to figure out which key my 5 was on my numlocks. Alright, let's try this.
Aid.
Alright, we can drop the... I think we can drop the bone spikes with this particular Devour setup.
Fear the end.
Because it's reducing the essence cost of our bone spear by a percentage for each corpse that we devour, which is actually pretty good, it seems like.
That needs to recharge.
So, I don't know if we necessarily need a generator now. We might not need a generator anymore. That actually seems pretty good. So I took the Devour that every time you devour a corpse, not only does it give you essence back, it also reduces the cost of essence for your next Devour. Or for your next ability generator. Or your next spender. Words are hard, guys. Words are fucking hard. So I think if we drop bone spikes now, I think we can drop bone spikes now. And we could instead take a rune for our corpse lance. This feels like it's running a lot better in general. I think this is pretty good. Compared to everything else we've tried, this one feels the best so far. And then when we pop our cooldown, of course, it's going to be a massive burst. Like,
You will make a fine corpse.
I also haven't been cursing things. My bad, team. So they're doing full damage to me. And we're not getting our benefit out of my spreading malediction because I'm dumb.
Nears.
Alright.
I need to go back.
Alright, so. If you get the passive that gives you 2% health and essence per kill, it would help. You could drop the generator. 5th passive via Hellfire could be a good option. That's true. That was going a lot better. Devour Aura, use Elite. I did that earlier. It actually didn't work as well as this did because I didn't have any mana. Like outside of Land of the Dead, I didn't have enough essence to be spamming my bone spears, and I couldn't get close enough to the corpses to actually consume the corpses with Devour Aura, versus with this Devour, I can devour from anywhere on the screen and get the corpses and the essence back. So we can drop our Bone Spear here, and we can take Corpse Lance. Brittle Touch probably is the best one. Maybe Ricochet. I don't know, guys. Which Corpse Lance rune do you think is the best Corpse Lance rune? I think it's Brittle Touch. But it might be Ricochet. I think it's Brittle Touch. Okay, Brittle. You agree. Good. Glad to see it. Born Spear is 40%. No. Bone Spear does 450% more damage, but costs 40 more essence. And then we're reducing the essence cost of Bone Spear. Well, we're reducing the essence cost of everything for 5 seconds every time we consume a corpse. For each corpse we consume. So we're actually making our Bone Spears cost a lot less, because we're consuming, say we consume 6 corpses within 5 seconds. That's a 12% reduction cost of essence. More than likely we'll consume like 10, so that's like, what, 20% less cost? So instead of costing 40 essence, it then costs like 34 essence or something like that for Bone Spear. It helps a little. These are the passives we're using. We were using Overwhelming Essence because we were using... we are using Overwhelming Essence because we're using Relianas. No, I don't have to aim this Devour. It's anywhere on the screen, basically. We could potentially go with this if I can remember get my fucking curses on things. And then we could drop Overwhelming Essence for the Dark Reaping that you suggested. We could just drop it anyway. I think that this is okay. I think I actually, instead of going Wither, I think I'm going to go Dizzying Curse. I'm horrible at remembering to use my curses too. It's actually a really big problem. Alright.
I'm afraid not. These creatures won't go down easily.
Like, even without the Devour Aura, we were still hitting pretty good there, right? I didn't feel like there was a lack of corpse damage by any means.
I'm losing strength.
I should not walk into everything on the screen. That seems like a good idea.
That is not possible.
Oh, this is gonna fucking hurt.
The grave beckons.
This is gonna fucking hurt.
That is not possible. Do not fear the end.
So it seems like it's a lot more viable.
That is not possible.
I think Marinera's Teardrop was a good idea because it procs a lot off the Corpse Lances, it seems like. How often do I use Landed Dead for Johnstone? Probably not often enough to warrant it, right? Like, maybe I should drop Johnstone and switch over to Hellfire and get that 5th passive like you were suggesting. I almost feel like that's a good idea.
All must serve the cycle. That is not possible.
Alright. Yeah, essence is no longer an issue for sure.
I'm afraid not.
The Devour thing more or less fixed the essence, and now with that other one, that other thing we have, its essence is not an issue at all. Dark Reaping or whatever it is. Yeah, essence is no longer an issue. 100% not an issue anymore.
No.
I do have lots of Hellfire Amulets. I crafted up like 15 of them when Necromancer launched. I even have a couple Primal Ancients, but they're really crappy passives, you know?
No.
This feels a lot better than anything else we've tried so far. To be completely honest, like, oops, I just walked into that.
I'm afraid not.
An incredible feat.
I'm afraid not.
Just have to remember to get the elite behind all the other mobs. Well, our Bone Spear pierces. I couldn't target my Corpse Lances because my Devours were casting them randomly everywhere until I could pop my Land of Dead. And when I pop my Land of Dead, I can target my Corpse Lances. But before that, I really can't. My biggest thing is remembering the curses. Like, remembering to apply my curse. That's my biggest issue right now, I think, right? Honestly. And actually, the thing that makes the curses last forever might be good. Might actually be good. Here. Because then I can just curse and forget. I don't have to worry about reapplying. How long does curse last? Oh, it's 30 seconds? That's a long time. That's a long fucking time. If you use Ice Golem, Land of the Dead, Frozen Lands, and Dizzying Curse, you should have enough CC to use Crisp. Yeah, you're right, actually. We do have enough CC to switch back over Crispins now. Yeah, I think you're right about that. We also are getting stuns off of our Zays that we put back on. We could, I think we can switch over to Ice Golem instead of Flesh Golem. I don't find myself needing to use the Flesh Golem's passive thing for corpses.
These enemies defy all reason. Weakness consumes you.
No. My wounds have closed. That is not possible.
Interesting. So it's not actually the Devour. I didn't think this was the Devour rune I was going to like, but this Devour rune is really good since Bone Spears cost so damn much essence with this legendary weapon.
That is not possible.
Alright, these guys are going to be a pain because they run all over the place. And the Vortex. Alright. That's cool. If I had my Land of Dead, they'd be toast. Alright, cool. So nice thing about Convention of Elements is it's proccing my Corpse Lance as well. Crispin would do that too, I guess. But only if it's hitting a CC target. Oops, I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Hey Josh, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you again. I'm gonna try to avoid using my Land of Dead. here, even if there's an elite, because we're coming up on Rift Guardian, and I don't want to deal with a Rift Guardian without Land of Dead at all.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not.
So close. Zenith Gaming. How's Stukov? Stukov seems really strong. It's so hard to test on the PTR. My first game was a 45-minute queue. It was a stomp. My second game was an 8-minute queue, and we stomped them. Like, Stukov seems really strong. I think that his talent that increases the radius of his silence is actually ridiculously strong, and probably the best thing in his entire talent tiers, and it's at level 1. So, it's kind of weird.
I'm afraid not. The grave beckons.
Oops, sudden that explosion.
That is not possible.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
Speed pylon. Doesn't make any difference. That's fine. Oh, fudge. Really? Rip. Well,
I'm afraid not.
we basically don't have a Land of the Dead now. Feels bad.
That is not possible.
If we didn't die stupidly by walking into his poison death, this would have been a lot easier. Team. A lot easier.
That is not possible.
That's okay. Alright, so that build feels much, much, much better than the previous builds.
My bag is full.
I think we dropped the Johnstone for a Hellfire. I think we dropped the Johnstone for a Hellfire, and we dropped the Convention of Elements for Crispins. Maybe Rathmas would help? Maybe. Maybe. The thing is, like, if I didn't stand in something that he'd already cast, my Land of Dead would have frozen for 10 seconds. I wouldn't have needed the invulnerability, right? Like, that was just because I was stupid, more than anything. Alright, so we're going to make those changes. We're going to switch the Command Golem into an Ice Golem. We're going to swap out Convention of Elements for Crispins. And we're going to swap out Johnstone for another passive. Although I'm not so sure about the Johnstone for the other passive thing. I honestly think Johnstone might be a huge part of our damage right now. Because it increases our corpse sciences, which we're actually getting off pretty frequently now, by 166% outside of Land of the Dead. Yeah, probably. Probably for another hour or two. But we're going to try it. Let's see what we have for passives that we could look at. We could get Spreading Malediction passive and just change something else. Fueled by Death. Aberrant Animator. Both of those are really shitty. That sucks. We could get the Rathmas Shield passive. Swift Harvesting we don't need because we don't have a generator. So if we put Spreading Malediction on as a Hellfire, it's a program called YOLO Mouse, Joseph Kim. So if we put Spreading Malediction on with our Hellfire, then what would we take as the other passive here? What would we take instead of Spreading Malediction? Maybe Blood is Power for faster cooldowns on the Land of the Dead. Testings started off really hard. It started off really bad, Johnny, but I think we're finally getting something figured out here. Armor passive. We already have the armor passive. Standalone. Maybe Eternal Torment. I don't think that... No, I don't think that's worth it. I think Blood is Power. Yeah, I think Blood is Power is the best option there. Alright, so we want... Spreading Malediction.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
Welcome back, Dion. Glad to have you back, buddy. Alright. I really want to see this build work out. Good on you for toughing it through. Thanks, buddy. I want it to work too. Love the set passives. I really like it too. I don't want to give you guys false hopes. I don't think that this build will ever do anything above Grey Rift 70 until they adjust the numbers a little bit. But I think we're getting something figured out that you could run T13 with. I think we're getting something figured out that you could do T13. We'll find out here how much damage we lost.
That is not possible.
Oh, I don't have my... Shit. I didn't have my fucking Devour auto-casting there, team. My bad.
I'm afraid not.
My bad, team. What is my golem doing? Golem, please. Shield pylon.
Your death nears. That is not possible.
Oh, keep forgetting to apply my curses again. Let's remember to do that. Let's get better at this, team. Remind me, curses. If you see me not applying my curse, remind me to do curses. Curses to that. Alright, that elite died.
Weakness consumes you. That is not possible.
Honestly, I think we should drop Relianas and go back to Trigouls since we're doing curses manually and we don't have bone spikes in there. That would give us a little bit more damage.
I need to go back.
Am I the only one where the more tired I get, the more energetic I get? Leviathan asks. Sometimes. Sometimes I get that way. Yeah, it's looking better now. Teeth seemed really weak on the damage side, so I couldn't use it. Like, I like the idea of Teeth, but the damage of it was so fucking weak. I couldn't justify using it. Yeah, I think we're going to switch to Trigouls in the cube instead of Relianas. That'll give us a 200% damage bonus instead of 165. It's a slight increase. But it's an increase nonetheless. Turn our auto cast back on. Alright.
I'm afraid not.
It's an increase if we remember to curse the enemies.
The night embraces you. I'm afraid not. That is not possible. My wounds are I must wait longer. Do not fear. That is not possible.
There's a lot of succubi. So the thing is, as we get into the higher grade of rifts, like anything above 70, we're just gonna get one shot with this build. Like, we're just gonna get fucking one shot. Which is a bummer. Now let's get through here.
Your death nears.
Especially the jumping mobs. That could be a really big issue.
The grave beckons.
Like teleporting phase beasts, the Clooney prowlers, the lick-a-tongue dudes.
I must heal.
Anything with instant damage like the succubus has.
I'm afraid not. The grave beckons.
I think having area damage would help a shit ton here, actually. None of our gear is re-rolled, so we don't really have area damage on any of it. So that would help a lot. I think we're actually doing a little bit less damage.
No.
Because we don't have our Johnstone. But our Land of Dead is up a lot more often, so I think it's worth it.
No.
I think it's worth it.
That is not possible.
My golem is literally standing there doing nothing. Like, literally did not attack once there. For like 8 seconds. Stood in the doorway. Golem's like, this is a nice doorway. I want to be here. Obsidian ring doesn't work with corpse skills. Yeah, that'd be a little bit OP if it did. That'd actually be a lot bit OP if it did.
I'm afraid not.
Hey, look, I have a golem. Who would have thought? Golem AI is poorly done. Absolutely true.
All must serve the cycle. No.
Alright.
I'm afraid not.
Treasure Goblin. We're not going to be able to kill that. Feels bad.
That needs to recharge.
Oh, maybe we can. Maybe we can. Maybe not.
No.
Feels bad. We didn't have the essence.
Do not.
Because our golem just stood over here attacking a spider. So we were out of range of the essence. Oh well. Oh, we did kill it. Okay. It was close. I didn't think we did. It was pretty close.
I'm losing strength.
I'm actually wondering if Bane and Stricken might not be a bad idea.
No.
Drop out Zaze. Although Zaze is doing a lot. I think Zaze is doing a ton.
No.
Gotta remember I have Reaper's Gauntlets on too. If we get Parthenons instead of Reaper's Gauntlets, we would actually have a lot more survivability when we hit those rough spots with elite packs.
Your death nears. That is not possible.
See, this is like a glass cannon-y build without the cannon. It's a glass pea shooter build. Patent pending. Patent pending. Glass pea shooter.
That was a worthy foe. Glorious.
Zay, if you can stay at far range like sorceresses. Yeah. Try bone armor and Scythe cycle. We could. We tried that earlier, but I was having a hard time with it. But I could try it again. It might work out.
No.
Scythe cycle goes up to 300%, right? I don't honestly know that I'll be able to maintain that. I dropped Pain Enhancer because you have to also be in range to get the attack speed bonus. And that kind of is counterintuitive to Serration. Wait, are we running Serration anymore? I can't remember. We've changed things so many times. I think we're still running Serration. And it kind of... Pain Enhancer is like counterintuitive to Serration. Yeah. Because that increases the damage you get from further away you are. Alright, have a good night, Leviathan. Plus, I would have to either drop Marinades, Trapped, or Zaze. And I think each of those gives me more value than Pain Enhancer does.
That is not possible.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Oh shit. I just spawned a Rift Guardian without landed that up anymore. Mistakes were made, team. Mistakes were fucking made. That's the same fucking one. I hate this Rift Guardian.
I'm afraid not.
Oh no, this is a different one. Never mind. This is the charging one. This is the one that does everything I said that countered this earlier. I was like, yeah, as long as we can avoid this enemy type. That's what this Rift Guardian is. That enemy type that I want to avoid.
You no longer.
Hey, at least got that Death Breath there.
I'm overburdened.
Alright. Hi guy from Russia. For Scythe, Cycle, and Armor, he'd have to drop Dante's and Curse. Maybe change something to slow stun. I don't think we can drop Dante's because it gives us more damage mitigation than Armor does. Armor gives us 30 mitigation, Dante's gives us 50. Also, the Curse gives us extra damage with Spreading Malediction, which we have on our Hellfire. So I don't think we can fit Bone Armor in. I don't think we can fit it in. This is a bummer. Hey, we got a Corrupted Ashbringer. Can't drop Golem. Golem is providing me my steady supply of corpses. Can't drop the Golem. Golem's providing me my steady supply of corpses. Which is how I'm getting my essence. How I'm getting my corpse lances. How I'm getting my bonus from my Corpse Whisper pauldrons. Golem's actually like a key part of the build.
I grant you.
If I drop Devour, same thing. I could drop Land of the Dead, but Land of the Dead is my main nuke against Rift Guardians and Elites. So I don't think we could drop Land of the Dead.
Hey, mister, I got some new things.
I could get extra toughness. I could get extra toughness by dropping Reaper's Wraps and taking my Parthenons out instead. Let's re-roll our gear because we don't have anything re-rolled right now. Let's see if that helps any. This is literally how the gear rolled when I got it. I haven't re-rolled any of it. Alright, we'll just leave that there for now. We'll come back. I'm not sure what to re-roll on this. Maybe the reduced resource cost, but it's actually kind of nice with this build. On this one, probably the life for armor. Or more life. Or even more life. Okay, I'm looking for armor. Okay. All resist, that would work. How's my all resist? It's pretty low. Okay, that'll help. Yeah, get rid of Reapers and get the Parthenons. Okay. Stone drunk watching random live streams while I work in 7 hours. Hashtag winning. Yeah, baby. If you use the aura... if you use the aura for the Devour. The reason I'm not using the aura for the Devour is it requires me to get close. And that has anti-synergy with my Zays and with my Serration. It messes up my damage. I tried it earlier. It just didn't work. Someone on the Necro team said Pestilence sets was designed to be a speed clear set. It's not. It's not. it doesn't clear quicker than the other builds. AoE Devour is useless with the Numlock trick when the Numlock trick is working. Yeah, Numlock trick's just fine. Swap Siphon Blood off for more vitality or armor. Yeah. Armor works. We're upping our toughness here quite a bit. We could roll this into more intelligence, potentially. There we go. Those boots are about as good as they're going to be without being ancient. Also, the Devour that I'm using reduces the essence cost by 2% per corpse that I devour for all of my abilities. Which means, like, if we devour 20 corpses, which isn't unheard of, then we're reducing our essence cost by 40%. Which is pretty significant because the thing in our cube that we're using causes our... Oh, I'm sorry. Our main weapon causes our Bone Spear to cost 40 essence instead of 20. So if we can reduce the 40 essence by 40%, that's pretty significant. It lets us do a lot more Bone Spears. Alright, let's get area damage on these. Or critical hit. I think area damage is actually probably the best stat for this set. Okay, and that's all the rerolls we can do right now because we ran out of resources. So, we'll swap out the Reaper's Wraps for the Parthenons for extra survivability. Ancient Parthenon Defenders. Okay. Time to clear some shit. Yeah, buddy. So we know we can do T13 pretty easily. These changes shouldn't make it any harder. They should actually make it easier to do T13. So should we try something above T13? And see how badly we go splat. I have a feeling we're going to go splat pretty fucking badly. Drunk Canadian grows tired of not seeing D3 clears. Alright, let's do a 65 and see how it goes.
Brave the rifts.
Oh, we gotta make sure our Devour's going. Okay.
I don't like the look of that. No.
It's a light show, boys. It's a fucking light show. Golden, golden. Fucking Lacunis. We got, of course, we got a rift full of Lacunis. Of course, we got a rift full of Lacunis. Why not, right? They're like the most annoying things in the world. Let's just get a full rift of them. I hear you're trying to do a greater rift. It'd be a shame if some Lacunis would come in and ruin that for you. You know, it'd also be awesome if I didn't walk straight into like a bunch of enemies while I'm looking at chat.
I'm afraid not.
Oh, man. It's sad that the Bone Storm build is the best by far. I like the Bone Storm build a lot. If you ever watch Fluffy, he's another YouTuber. He's got a nice build for Inarius that's not the standard Bone Storm. It is Inarius, but it's not the standard Bone Storm. It's pretty cool. You should check it out if you get a chance. I think it's pretty cool.
Do not fear the end. No.
I think the Lacunis are like killing us, legitimately. I'm not just bitching about them to bitch about them. I think they're fucking us over. We're not finding any elites either, which is also kind of sucking. So we're just gonna ignore some things and find an elite. This is a really bad density. There we go. And they're shielding.
That needs to recharge.
You will make a fine corpse.
That is not possible.
Alright, they're dead. Well, we're not dying. It's above T13 and we're not dying, so that's a good start. We had a really, really bad RNG for a rift floor there. And we're still kind of on time. So I think we're doing okay-ish. My golem's AI is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
That is not possible.
We're starting to have some essence issues. Did we change anything that would cause us to have essence issues? We're not able to do our bone spears as often as we should. Oh, it's because things aren't dying as quickly. And so when things don't die as quickly, we don't get as much essence because we're relying on devour. Duh. That makes sense. So there's the speed clear argument right there, right? When we have landed dead up, it's all Gucci.
That is not possible.
We got Wraiths that drain your... Oh, we got rid of Reaper's Wraps. So that's why we have less essence, because we're not getting globes. I have tried the passive that does the Bone Prison, and I was thoroughly unimpressed with it. I was hoping for good things, but I was really unimpressed. I was a little sad, actually. I don't know how that didn't hit the elite, but it apparently didn't.
Give it more time.
You will make a fine
That is not possible.
Alright. Alright, Bone Golem, stop being stupid. Can you be up here and be a front tank for me instead? Alright, good talk, Bone Golem. Both, Joseph. Although I think we took away too much of the sustain by dropping Reaper's Wraps. I think that we're going to try this again with Reaper's Wraps. It's mostly that the set is kind of undertuned. It just doesn't do enough damage, actually. It's a little weak on the survivability, but the biggest thing is it doesn't do enough damage. Maybe we try Traveler's Pledge again now that we have a build figured out. Maybe Traveler's Pledge would be better than the last passive, or the extra passive, guys. We're moving around a lot, so it would give us a combination of both survivability. Oh, it's a Juggernaut, of course.
These enemies defy all reason.
Rip most of our damage, it's a Juggernaut. Fuck me. Yeah, I think I have to use Reapers. I have a lot less essence.
Do not fear the end. That needs to recharge.
Alright, let's try to find another elite. There's one. Shielding again. We have had every single mob pack has either been shielding or Juggernaut this rift. Every one has either been shielding or Juggernaut. That's really dumb. Alright. So far, what's worked? If that's what's worked best, yeah. Yeah, the Reaper's Wraps, I think, is what's worked best. It's hard to tell because we went up a difficulty, right? We're comparing apples and watermelons. Like, we're not comparing the same things. We're not comparing apples to apples, is what I'm trying to say. Come on, Golem. Look, another shielding one. I'm telling you guys, they're just giving us nothing but fucking shielding for some reason. I hear you want to do a greater rift. It'd be ashamed if a shielding elite pack were to repeatedly appear and ruin it.
That is not possible.
I don't even mind the frozen as much as the shielding. I mean, team, please.
That is not possible.
Someone's pounding at your door at 3 a.m.? I'm sorry, buddy. You're not talking about my house, right? I didn't hear anything.
This world can abide you no longer. That is not possible.
I might have been a little bit tired there and thought my golem was an elite. That might have been a thing that just happened, boys.
Weakness consumes you.
All right.
I don't like the look of.
All right, Golem. Please. Please stop being stupid, Golem. Please stop being stupid, Golem. Thank you. Not quite up to T70. I think we found an elite without shielding, guys. I think I see one up here.
Your death nears.
Knockback, electrified, poison, arcane, enchanted. Finally. It's neither shielding nor is it Juggernaut.
Has arrived.
Of course, we didn't actually have to kill it, it turns out. Alright, well we did 65, I guess. My highest rift had 3 Jugger elites. That's a bummer. Yeah, we were essence starved the entire time, and I think that's because we switched away from Reaper's Wraps. We didn't have trouble surviving like I thought we would. So I think if we go back to having Reaper's Wraps, it would be better. And I think that... Well, Crispins provides too much damage. We can't do Traveler's Pledge because we lose Crispins. Oops, I guess we could upgrade gems. My bad.
My name is Ash. When the champions of if you have a gem.
I think that the Johnstone gives a lot more damage, so I think we should go back to using the Johnstone.
I need to go back.
Well,
We also just got our set piece gloves, so we can actually stop using the Golem gauntlets if we want to. Although I think that they're actually pretty needed, to be honest. So, because we need that, we need all those corpses. We need that constant supply of corpses. And we need the damage from the pauldrons that we have in our cube. I don't know why I was even looking at those, honestly. Let's flip back to Reapers. Although we could drop we could drop the gauntlets. So we could drop the gauntlets, switch to Flesh Golem. I still don't think we're gonna have enough essence if we do that, though. It's just not gonna be up often enough. As I say, drop the gauntlet, switch to Flesh Golem, and then we could use Traveler's Pledge. We could try that. I think that this that we have right now is the best, though. I think that we drop that, Spreading Malediction. We put the Johnstone back on. So this, I think, is the best setup. But let's, since we just saved it, for the sake of argument, let's try it. So we drop those. We can get rid of our Rorg because we're dropping the Moribund. And then we could put on Traveler's Pledge. And keep Crispins. Let's see how it works. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try it. We'll try it. I need to re-roll those gloves.
Today, please look. You won't be disappointed.
Life per second needs to turn into area damage. Or something like that. Area damage. Okay. Good. So I think Johnstone is better, but we're going to give this a go. No, this is not hardcore. The CAC is needed for elite groups when Land of the Dead is down. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The Frozen Golem's probably the best here still. Yeah, let's not forget to put our gems in, guys. You guys were going to let me go in there, weren't you? Team's trying to sabotage me.
Unleash your power.
I just realized I didn't... Oh god, I'm not gonna have any essence. There's no way we can do this.
No.
Unless we just get really big fucking groups.
This world can abide you no longer.
Maybe we can have enough essence just off of the Reaper's Wraps.
No.
And we'll be okay. Those guys were being dickholes. Those guys were being major dickholes.
On the mend.
Or Corpse Whispers don't stay as stacked up like this as they did with the Moribund Gauntlets. See, I have no corpses now. I'm out of essence because I have no corpses. I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, Moribund Gauntlets I think are needed.
All must serve the
We do have a lot more damage this way though. Like, a significant amount more damage. Maybe if we get the passive that causes health globes to spawn when we consume corpses, we could sustain without the Moribunds. Maybe.
That is not possible. This world can abide you no longer.
Power Pylon?
Weakness consumes you. No. I'm afraid not. Your death nears.
Maybe we drop the Corpse Whisper Pauldrons and we get the Requiem chest piece that someone suggested earlier. Maybe. Maybe we find the elite sometime this decade.
Possible.
Maybe I shouldn't talk crazy. Finding elites is not in our style. Let's go find an elite real quick. There's one. And it's a Juggernaut.
I'm losing strength.
Because fuck Xanthus.
I must wait. The night embraces you.
The best part is that half of our damage comes from crowd control type things, including our Crispins. I should have just skipped him, honestly.
I'm afraid not.
Well, team, this is our life now. Let's find an elite, he says. It'll be fun, he says.
Give it more time. Your death near. I'm afraid not.
Alright guys, this doesn't work. We gotta change something, this doesn't work. Seems like it doesn't do enough damage to kill anything fast enough above 60. Yeah, we're super essence starved because we didn't have our Moribund gauntlets, so. Super essence starved. We can drop our Crispins, get the Moribunds, and use Travelers, but then we don't have Crispins. And then we do considerably less damage still. Instead of Frozen Lands, try the no essence cost. Well, that's not the problem. When we're in Land of the Dead, we can just we can destroy everything. That doesn't matter. And even when Land of the Dead ends, we still have full essence. The issue is the rest of the time we're really low on essence. Let's try Life is Death. Instead of... Fuck, I can't drop any of those things. Instead of Serration, we'll try Life from Death. Let's try that.
Enemies of the Nephilim surround you.
Also, the Requiem chestplate could help our essence issues too, but then we lose a lot of Corpse Whisperer damage. But, on the other hand, we also just have a shit ton more damage. Because we have a shit ton more spears. So that could be the thing we need.
I'm afraid not.
Just sacrificing the Corpse Whisperer for more spears.
I require a corpse for that.
I feel like the Corpse Whisperers is the majority of our damage, though. Maybe not. I could be wrong about that.
That is not possible.
It definitely is during Land of the Dead. So overall, this feels much smoother.
Here, the end.
We're doing less damage, but it feels smoother.
Some of these.
See how it feels when we get an elite here. Where's the other part of the elite? There he is.
You will make a fine.
Oh, knock back into Arcane. That's fun.
I require a corpse for that.
Okay, this works. The extra globes from with Reaper's Wraps and that passive works to sustain our essence pool. But we're doing less damage now because we don't have Serration. So maybe we drop Blood is Power because I think we need Serration. And Blood is Power seems more optional than Serration does. Because Serration is a good chunk of damage.
I must have a corpse.
Our essence is much smoother now, though. Like, much fucking smoother. even without Moribund. We could potentially drop Golem now since we don't have Moribund. But the Golem does provide CC when we're outside of Land of the Dead and we're outside of that stuff.
I'm afraid not. Your death nears. I must have a corpse. No.
Keep forgetting to fucking throw my curse on things. Yeah, so now our issue is we're not killing things fast enough again.
This world can abide you no longer. I need a corpse. No. I must have a corpse. Do not fear the end. That is not.
I don't feel like we're getting much benefit out of Corpseless for Pauldrons if we don't have Moribund's Gauntlets, though. Because Moribund's Gauntlets is what allowed us to stay at constant 20 stacks. And I think that's pretty important.
Possible.
I do think that that's a majority of our damage.
I'm on the mend. I must have a corpse.
I can feel how much less damage I'm doing now.
No.
I think it's pretty safe to say that this is not going to work.
I'm afraid not. The night embraces you. No.
Look at us, we're a health gold factory.
No.
So Moribund provides us with the consistent corpses when we're not able to kill things quick enough to provide corpses. Moribund is needed. Zaze does a ton of our damage. I don't think we can get rid of it. Let me look at Scytha's cycle again, though. We could give it another go. Potentially. Maybe. Servers are busy. That's a new one. I wasted so many armies of the dead because I was looking at the enemy funny and thought I was trying to kill a bench. What? What? Alright. So, Scythe of the Cycle, instead of Trigghouls, will give us 250 damage, 300 damage, 300% damage instead of 200% damage. Alright, we'll try it. We'll try it. Dislocation's the best rune. We'll give it a go. Scythe the Cycle. Oh, I need to extract it still. We have one that kind of works, Adam. Up to 65. Now we're trying other things. But yeah, it's not very good. It could use some tuning up for sure.
You're imaginative, aren't you?
Alright. So if we're going to do that, I think we drop Corpse Whisper Pauldrons because we don't have a steady enough supply of those, of corpses. So I think we put on the chest piece that gives us extra essence. Restores an extra 100% essence and life. In addition, when Devourer restores essence or life above your maximum, the excess is granted over 3 seconds. I think that that's going to work out better for us than Corpse Whisper Pauldrons. But again, I think it's going to be an issue of that if we don't have Corpse Whisper Pauldrons and Moribund combo, that we're just not going to do enough damage. But we'll try it. We'll give it a go. We'll try it.
Many Nephilim have stood where you are now, but few succeeded in overcoming the trials.
I'm afraid a corpse for that. I require a corpse for that.
Oops, he is my bone armor. I kept trying to hit W for bone armor there. My bad, team. Yes, that's a good chunk of damage.
Weakness consumes you.
Okay, maybe. This might work, guys. I might have been wrong. I can admit it. I might have been wrong. I really like the extra essence from the Requiem.
I require a corpse. That is not possible.
It's hard to keep up my bone armor. I gotta remember to do that more. I'm not used to Scythe of the Cycle. I need to put bone armor on auto cast, actually, is what I need to do.
I have trained well.
Definitely need to put bone armor on auto cast. We still have spreading malediction, so I need to be cursing things still for damage. I'll read your comments in a second, guys. I'm trying to give this an honest go. Of course, that's the end of that level. Alright. Ah, I hate this map layout so much. so much.
This world can abide you no longer. For that.
Thanks, Zool.
I require a corpse for that.
Where's the elite?
We'll rip these brutes to shreds.
Is that a Juggernaut again?
Give it more
Yes.
time.
God dang it. I can only tell it's a Juggernaut when my Land of the Dead isn't stopping him in his tracks at all. Alright.
We find more like that. No. Your death nears. I need a corpse.
I'm like, I have speed, why can't I move? Jailer.
Serve the cycle. I must wait.
Another Juggernaut. Oh, maybe not. Oh god! Oh, so much death. I don't know where to go. So much death.
I require a corpse for that.
Let's get out of here, team. I don't like those guys. Let's get out of here, team.
No. All must serve
Landed at that time.
the cycle. No. Decay and rot. I must have a corpse. Your death nears. That is not possible.
Alright guys, this is working out way fucking better. Hold on, I'm gonna read chat because I haven't read chat in a long time here. My non-optimized Denarius and Tri-Girls can do 80. I can barely just survive 70 with Pestilence. Corpse Blast doesn't do damage to monsters which are hit on the far side. Yeah, Adam, I've noticed that as well. And Pestilence is a lot lower damage. I really wish we could find a way to make it work. Stream going till 4, possibly. I'm not sure, Leviathan. Driz says... Driz, that would use too much essence. Frozen skeletons for CC. Yeah. Autocast, yep, we're using autocast. Use Brig's Ring to suck mobs and shoot bone spears. Ooh, Brig's Ring is not a bad idea, actually. Huh. On PC, there's a numlock trick, yep. No hating whatsoever, but why such a big cursor? Because when I was playing Crusader with Hammerdin, with all the hammers everywhere and the falling sword lightning effects, it was really hard for me to keep track of where my cursor was. So I started using this to keep track of it easier. Alright. There's that godforsaken knocking it. Oh, I wonder if it's because my leg is jumping up and down because I get hyper. Let me see if I can fix that. Tell me if it goes away. Try to stop my restless leg syndrome. Sorry, team.
All must serve the cycle.
Because I don't hear any knocking in my house. It must be my leg bumping into my desk or some nonsense like that. Oh, it's coming from your door. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't think I have anything that's making sound. So Requiem chestplate definitely helps a ton with both essence and survival. We'll try a 70 next and see how it goes. 65 seems to be just fine. $65 seems to be just fine.
That is not possible.
Maybe we could drop Zaze as well, but I like Zaze an awful lot. I think it's really good because it helps us proc our Crispins.
I require a corpse for that.
My Templar groups people up, which is pretty nice. And with proper use of Decrepify, we can kite enemies back to be at better range most of the time. Alright. Gotta keep a better eye on my fucking bone armor. This build takes a lot more maintenance. But I don't think that's a bad thing because it performs a lot better too.
Weakness consumes you. That is not possible.
Alright. 65 is not a struggle. We have 6 minutes left.
That is not possible.
And I've been letting my bone armor drop at least half of the time. I wouldn't say 65 is a struggle. It's not speed. Obviously it's not gonna push leaderboards. But it's by far the best option we found so far. Definitely not gonna push leaderboards or anything. It'd be nice if we could have any density whatsoever here.
I require a corpse for that.
Any density whatsoever would be super.
The night embraces you. I'm afraid not.
Yeah, I think switching to cycle was a really good idea.
Holy, do you see that enemy over there?
The Rift Guardian has found.
Unfortunately, we don't have landed dead for the Rift Guardian, which is a really big mistake. Something I wish I hadn't just done. The bright side is we got a Rift Guardian that summons mobs, so we got super lucky there. We could probably take some damage here and proc our Blood is Power and get it back.
No.
You have triumphed.
That was pretty good. Compared to the other builds anyway.
My name is
Yeah, we're using Trapped and Crispin.
I once served the ancient Nephilim. When the champions of ages past.
What about build with Simulacrum and army instead of bone armor? Not with this set, I don't think.
If you have a gem of sufficient quality, I can try to
Cycle, why is that? Sim might work. You have 2 spirits go off instead of 1, but what skills to get rid of? Cycle is providing us 300% damage increase, which is actually helping us a lot. Please show build. Yeah, I can do that. Here's the build at the moment. This reduced essence cost on Devour is pretty significant for allowing us to spam our spears some more. And in our cube, we have Scythe Cycle. 300% additional damage whenever we have bone armor active. Just quite a jump up. This restores double the essence and life whenever you devour. And the excess, if you're at max, is granted over 3 seconds, which is pretty huge. And then Unity. Johnstone can make Corpse Lance hit harder while outside of Land of the Dead. Yep, I was using Johnstone and Corpse Whisper Pauldrons earlier, and it didn't do as much as this did.
You have a gem? Let's see the gem.
Testing a Pet's Thorn build? I would be interested to see that. That sounds pretty cool. Just use Whirlwind and spin to win. Yeah, I mean, obviously this isn't as good as the Bone Armor, as the Grace of Inarius set. I don't think it is. I go through, and over the course of a week or so, I test all the sets. And we just exhaustively test as many ideas as we can. So, like, I don't expect this to do as good as Grace of Inarius. If that's what you're wanting to see, you might as well leave, because we're not going to get there. But we're going to try to optimize it as much as we can with shitty gear. It is the coolest looking one, and yeah, I agree. It will not work without some adjustment. But we can try and make it work as good as it can, so if they do adjust it, we know what to do, right? So any changes that I would make... That felt pretty good. I feel pretty good. I think that's the best one we found. We could drop Zay's for Pain Enhancer, maybe? But Zay's procs Crispin. And I think that's pretty important. Let's just do a 70 real quick. I don't think we have the damage to do a 70, but we can try. Shit's really badly optimized. Everyone knows the Inarius set's probably the best set for Necro today. It is. It's a given. We should consider doing different builds to other sets after Blizzard made those for a reason too. I agree. And this is like a fun build. Did you try a version with generator of focus and restraint? I didn't, but focus and restraint only gives me a 100% increase in damage, right? Oh my god, where's my focus and restraints? Focus and restraint only gives me a 100 increase in damage. Versus Crispin's gives me a 300. So, night Leviathan, have a good night. We'll be out in about 10 minutes here ourselves. We're going to do one more run and see if we can do a Greater Rift 70. It's multiplicative though, not additive. Crispin's is multiplicative, isn't it? I also don't have a generator in this build. So if we did that, we'd have to use Reliana's hook probably and bone spear or bone spikes. That's something I can look into later though. I could try it. I don't know if I'll have time tonight, but I'm going to put it there so I remember to try it tomorrow morning, okay? And Leo, if it does work out, I will make a build video for it. This will be the last run of the night. I want to see if this can do a 70. Because I don't know if it can.
Are you strong enough to survive the trials?
Give it more time.
I fucked up there, boys. Alright. Our bone armor should be auto-casting now.
Corpse for that.
Nope, just kidding. I can't get bone armor to auto-cast. That feels bad. Yeah, I know. We just wasted our Land of Dead cooldown too. I fucked up a whole lot of stuff there. Right away. We might just restart with how badly I fucked that up, but we'll see. We'll see if we can catch up. If we end up losing by a few seconds, we know why, team. We know why. Because I'm an idiot.
No.
Well, survival's not an issue yet. So that's a good sign. That's a good start. We just gotta kind of kite around for density, like in the old days.
I don't like the look of that. That is not possible. That is not possible.
Okay, we got a second elite. I think this is where we landed the dead team. Good density on this rift overall. Good density.
That is not possible. That is not possible. I'm afraid not. I need a call. I'm afraid not.
Sorry guys, I'm not reading any chat right now. Going super try-hardy. Where's the elite?
No.
I couldn't find the elite there. That was a bummer. Where's he at?
No.
Damn it. There he is. Waller. Kind of the bane of our existence, to be honest. Dizzying Curse is a godsend, so is Zaze. Alright, we're doing okay-ish. I mean, it's only a 70, right? But we're surviving. With how the night started, I didn't think we'd ever get to this point. With this set. With optimization, this could push up to 80-ish. But that said, you know, like we've already talked about, right? Like, the other sets can do 80 without breaking a sweat. Well, Inarius can do 80 without breaking a sweat.
I'm afraid not. The grave beckons.
Density is a really important factor here. And we have a lot of density, which helps out a lot.
Your death nears.
I'd say more so than any other build, density is the big thing.
I'm afraid not.
Sorry again that I'm not reading your chat, guys. Sorry I'm not catching what you're saying. I'm just trying to see what this build can do here.
No.
Fucking shielding, guys, let me tell ya. They piss me off, something fierce. Well, we're doing pretty good on time.
No.
Just gonna run through these guys a little bit. Get caught on everything, apparently. It's a very narrow area.
I'm afraid not.
Alright.
Weakness consumes you.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. I got distracted.
That is not
By nothing at all. I got distracted by nothing at all.
your death nears. These enemies defy all reason. No.
Alright. So 70 is a cakewalk. We might actually even be able to go up to 80, guys.
This world can abide you no longer.
70 is a cakewalk. We had really good density though, so maybe it isn't a cakewalk. Maybe it just seems like it right now because we had good density. Seems pretty cakey though. Seems pretty cakewalky.
That is not possible. This world can abide you no longer.
Really, nothing's came close to killing us.
A worthy opponent.
Oh, it is a 65. Motherfucker, you're right. This is what I get for not reading chat. It's a fucking 65. I'm like, this seems way too easy for a 70. Bullshit. Man, this streamer guy, he's an idiot, isn't he? Isn't he, team? Look at this guy. Thinking he's doing an 870 and he's not. Fuck, man. It only took him 5 minutes. Wait, hold on. It only took him 6 minutes and 26 seconds to figure it out.
That is not possible.
That sucks because it said such good density.
The Rift Guardian has
Well, let's just kill the Rift Guardian and do a 70. I was going to, team, I swear.
I must wait.
Fuck, man. Fuck, it feels bad. Oh, it feels bad. God damn it. Guys, team, don't look at me, I'm ugly. Don't look at me, team, I'm ugly. Oh, man. I wonder how many times people said it's a 65. Hold on. I've got to go back and look. Oh god, so many times. Oh man. I'm sorry, I teased you guys. Alright, I'll do a 70. I'll do a 70. I think we can do a 70. I was surprised at how easily that was going, and that makes a lot of sense. Hey, we got a gift, guys. That's good. Gifts are always welcome. shit. Oh, man. Ooh. Hello. Hello, ring. That's a better Crispin than what I have. Doesn't matter what we pick, we just need a socket. There it is. Nice. Banned from Twitch? No, man, I just don't like Twitch. I started on YouTube with making VODs, and so I got a decent chunk of subscribers that way. And I don't know. I get viewers over here. I don't get them on Twitch. Like every time I've tried streaming on Twitch, I only get like 2 viewers for an 8-hour stream, and it feels real bad. Versus here, I'll consistently have like for Diablo streams like 80 to 100, for Hero streams like 40 to 50, for 7 days streams 30 to 50. So like I have a hard time streaming on Twitch because I just get so many more viewers over here, and I like interacting with people. I know I'm not doing a very good job right now because I'm trying to test this, but what about a generator-based build with LON and Scythe generator? Leo, I was thinking the exact same thing, buddy. I wanted to try a generator build with Anarius, though. Steve said he tried it. It's hard to survive. We might do an entire stream of trying to make a generator build sometime this week. That sounds really fun. I might be down for that, boys. We might give it a go. I've got some ideas. I almost made it work on... Actually, I did make it work on beta, but that was when things were balanced differently. I had a generator build that could clear Greater Rift 80, but that was before they changed quite a few things. So I don't know if it was. I don't know if I could still make it work. Okay, let's try a 70. Let's try a 70. All right, we're doing a 70 for real. We got the same map layout. That's good. Things aren't dying instantly. That's bad. Oh shit. I'm not casting my Devour, team. My bad. No. Let's get that essence back. Hold on. What the fuck? Time. There we go. Oh man, I forgot to put my Devour on autocast. We might have to restart. We'll see how it goes.
Weakness consumes you.
It's like something's wrong here. Forgot to put my Devour on autocast. Already goes a lot slower. Oh, pain. Alright, let's try it. Here we go.
No. I don't like the look of that.
I'm trapped. I'm body blocked. I can't move.
Can abide you no longer.
Body blocked.
That is not possible.
I trapped myself in a fucking corner. Why would I do this, team? Team, why would I do this? All calculated. All fucking calculated. You doubted me, didn't you? You doubted me. Not even close. Okay. Okay, it was not calculated. It was an accident, I swear, but... Oh my god, I've streamed for like 14 hours today, by the way.
No.
I'm getting pretty fucking tired. Getting pretty fucking loopy. Alright, now the trapping myself in a corner thing might be an issue. Might just be an issue. Fucking Waller with Arcane. Nope, this isn't gonna work, boys. I don't think this is gonna work. Also, I wasted like 30 seconds at the beginning, but that's not the reason this isn't gonna work. Alright, I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna try it again. Oh. I'm gonna reset and try it again. With having my auto cast on when I start. 70's gonna be rough, you're right. Whoever said that earlier. I also have red latency all of a sudden. That's weird. Told ya. Yeah, you did, Adam. You were right, buddy. We're gonna try it one more time, though. Give it one more go before bed. Now, this is about as good a map as any. I can't ask for much better. For density, that is.
No. I must have a corpse. No.
Remember to keep my bone armor up. Gotta remember to keep my bone armor and my curses up.
I must have a corpse.
Also, I thought this was a different map than it actually is. I thought this was the all-outdoor, like, big round one, but it's not. So I take it back. I could ask for a lot better for density. The long, windy one is really shit for density. Alright, we're doing fine. A little bit slow on time. But we haven't had much density. We haven't had very many elites. Here's some good density.
The grave. I'm afraid not. I must have a corpse.
Try to create density with rounding them up a little bit. See if we can do it without dying.
I'm afraid not.
There we go.
I must have a corpse.
I need some elites, guys. Need some fucking elites. I haven't found an elite yet. There's one. There's one. Asking ye shall receive sometimes. There's two! When it rains it pours, boys. When it rains it pours.
Can abide you no longer. I must wait longer. I require.
Well, we killed one of them. Oh, pain. Not using his shoulders anymore. Yeah, I dropped him. This was working better. Till we scaled up to a level where things just kill us. Now things just kill us, it turns out.
You will make a fine corpse. My essence is too low. No.
A lot of back hiding there. We got density. We were asking for density, and we sure got that.
need a corpse.
All right. Oh, good. All right. Oh, fuck. I hate you, Blizzard.
Do not fear the end. I need a corpse.
Do not fear the Reaper. Do not fear the end. Stay a while and listen.
Weakness consumes you. I must have a corpse. That is not possible.
Oh, you know what? I think I actually have points into maximum essence right now from when we were doing the Raeliana Shadow Hook. That would help a little bit with damage, but not a ton.
I must have a corpse.
It's not nothing, but it's not huge either. I'm definitely wasting some,
I'm afraid not.
some there. It actually has anti-synergy with the thing we have in our chest cube spot. So that's a bummer.
No.
Haven't found any pylons yet this run either. Bad map layouts, no pylons. Bad density. We had one really good density spot where there were 2 elites in one spot. Otherwise the density's been pretty shit.
That is not possible.
We might give it one more go after this. I don't know, I'm getting pretty tired though.
That is not possible.
So after this, I will tell you what I would do to fix the corpse lance build. We need to get through these guys or I'm just gonna die.
The grave beckons.
Turns out I just died anyway.
That is not possible. That is not possible.
Well, there's some fucking density. Wow. I don't understand why I'm not doing any fucking damage right now. Okay. Is one of my pieces of gear broken? No.
Not enough essence.
I'm actually really confused.
That is not possible. I need you.
Why did I stop doing damage? Stay a while for a GR70 clear. Not likely to happen today. These things were in crowd control with crit. Now they're melting. What the fuck? I don't understand what was happening there. There's 2 elites in there. I didn't realize that till just now. Fuck.
Do not fear the end.
Oh, that killed it. You got buff damage. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I lost my buff from my corpse lances because I wasn't generating corpses.
I'm afraid.
Yep, that's what it was. That makes sense. Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. Speaking of not generating corpses. This feels bad. Let's grab some essence. More like revised Kane.
That is not possible. I must.
Alright guys, that didn't work. Wait, hold on. Is my Devour not on autocast? No, it is. Okay. I just not consuming corpses because I wasn't killing anything. Didn't mention I've been streaming for 14 hours. I did 3 different streams today.
I'm afraid not. I require a corpse for that.
I think I let my bone armor buff fall off too. Actually, pretty sure I let my bone armor buff fall off, and that's a huge part of my damage. Yeah, this isn't gonna work though, obviously. We're way fucking behind. So we're just gonna kill this little guy. And we're gonna log. And try it one more time. They didn't double the essence. Oh, they doubled the essence cost, but they also increased the damage by 500%, so it's a net gain. But Corpse Lance, I agree, is not powerful enough. They need to increase it. They buffed it a week before they took the beta down, but then they didn't give anyone time to test it. And if they'd given us time to test it, we could have told them they didn't buff it enough. But they didn't. And here we are. You know what would help, team? Team, you know what would help? Team, you know what would help? If I had my fucking Bane of the Trapped in my gem slot. Do you guys think that might help a little? Fuck. Alright, Leo, have fun, buddy. Alright, guys, let's try a 70 with having 3 legendary gems equipped. How about that? Fucking crazy idea. God damn it. I did 2 of those. I'm so fucking tired. This is the absolute last one I do. I can't. I can't even fucking focus, apparently.
I must have a corpse.
Fucking Waller, really? Gonna run out of essence if we don't find some trash mobs to kill here.
Not enough essence.
God damn it.
I must
I knew that was gonna happen. God damn it. Team. This is what happens when we find elite right at the entrance. Hey, you know what else we didn't do, team? Didn't put our Devour on autocast again. Yep, that was a thing I forgot to do with my life. Alright, restarting one last time. Gosh. Stay a while and lose your mind, because I can't fucking think. Let's go, team. Let's go. Alright, last try for real. God. You guys can say you were there the day Xanthus lost his mind. And it was glorious. Alright, here we go. We have all our gems equipped. Our ability is auto-casting. None of our gear is broken. All of our abilities are right. Health bonus are enabled. Let's go. Alright, here we go, team. Here we go. That's too bad because I like that map. Alright, this is it. This is it. This is where we make our stand, team. This is where we do the thing and win the video game. This is where we get body blocked because we're an idiot and we kill ourselves at the beginning of the video game.
We'll rip these brutes to shreds. I must have a corpse.
No, I don't want to eat your fire chains. Thank you. I did not order that.
I must have a corpse.
Fuck me.
Not enough essence, no.
Our bone spear isn't buffed anymore, is it?
Not enough essence.
Feels bad.
Give it more time. Your death nears.
Alright. We have corpses to go back to if we need.
I need a corpse. No. Do not fear. That is not possible.
Oh god dang it, I clicked off my screen. Which means my Devour stopped auto-casting. Alright, we're fine, we got it, we got it.
I need essence.
Oh god. Why did I do that? Just waiting for my land of dead, don't mind me. I'm gonna go get some corpses over here so we get some essence. What? Where'd my corpses go?
I must have a corpse.
Shit.
I'm afraid not.
Team, I think it's too hard. I don't think we can do it.
I need a corpse.
I'm too bad at this game. I'm too tired. All those things together.
Give it more time.
Alright. We have 96 stacks of our increased damage. we got another elite, looks like. I don't see him. Where's he at? I see all of his minions.
I require a corpse for that.
Nightmarish, extra fast, minions.
No.
That's pretty fun. Cool trick. Where's the actual elite? Conduit pylon. Thank you, Lord. There is a God in heaven.
I'm afraid not. This world can abide you no longer. I need a corpse.
I seriously don't know where the elite was out of that pack.
That is not possible.
I feel like I just found like minions without an elite. Conduit pylon once again saves the day.
Give it more time.
I actually really wanted to find that elite so I could kill it, but it's not my life, I guess.
I'm afraid not. Weakness consumes you.
Trying, team, I'm trying.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. Down easily. Heal.
Ooh-wee. Adam, it's gonna be real close, and you were right. It's tough, but we can clear. We can clear the 70, I think. I say right as I get myself killed, almost. I think we can clear the 70.
That is not possible.
Fuck you, Death Maiden. Nobody likes you. Alright.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. All must serve the cycle. I must wait.
Alright. We're doing a Pets Thorns build right now. Sweet. Let me know how it turns out. Tell me if you figure out a way to make it work, because that sounds really fun. I also have a Primal Ancient Hellfire thing with Aberrant Animator, so I have extra invested reason to want to have that work. I look forward to your report on whether it's doable or not. Alright, I think we're going to clear the 70. It was touch and go there for a while. I almost lost my mind for a good 2 or 3 minutes, but... the team, I think we're going to do it. By God, I think we're going to do it. It would help if I had my... oh God. Why do I say words?
This world can abide you no longer. That is not possible. not possible.
Alright, hold on. I think we got it. I think we got it. Yeah, not even close.
That is not possible.
Alright. Is it bad I keep looking at my Necromancer and thinking, oh shit, I don't have Akarat's champion on?
That is not possible. All must serve the cycle.
Why can't I Falling Sword to get out of all these mobs? Blizz, please. Add Falling Sword to Necromancer. Because it makes sense. Shut up.
I'm afraid not. I'm losing strength.
Fuck your shielding. And arcanes. That's a dead end.
I must wait. I'm afraid not. All must serve the cycle. That is not possible. I'm afraid not. This world can abide you no longer.
We're actually stalling the spawn of the Rift Guardian by a second or so because I wanted my Land of the Dead to come up.
I must wait. I'm afraid not. I need a corpse.
Rift Guardians could be an issue. Shit. Missed him with my bone armor. That doesn't help.
That is not
Can't
possible.
fucking see him. Train's getting in the way. Alright, let's try to force him to teleport to us while we grab some glows for essence. We don't have any essence now, and all the bodies despawned. That sucks. I'll sit here and devour corpses in front of him. Look at this, I'm doing so much. I literally can't do anything until my Land of the Dead comes back up. But now we can kill him. So Rift Guardians are an issue for this build. Bane Stricken would help fix that. I feel like. Alright, well we cleared GR70, guys. We did it. We cleared a GR70 with Plague. We have done the impossible. And I didn't lose my mind completely. Just mostly. Ooh-wee. Survival wasn't the issue. The issue was at the end, like, the Rift Guardian took an extra 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, because we didn't have essence. I probably managed it poorly. That was probably my fault. But yeah, we did it. It wasn't easy, though, I'll tell you that, Adam. It wasn't easy.
I am overburdened.
My name is Ash. When the champion, if you have a good to see you.
I'm leveling up Simplicity Strength so I can try out a generator build sometime.
I am returning to town.
I forgot the name of the mouse program. It's called YOLO Mouse. Thank you, sir. What I hate most is essence getting depleted. Yeah, I hear that. I actually have maximum essence here. If I got rid of that, I'd have more damage, but then I would have less essence leeway. So I don't know if I think honestly keeping that's better. My mouse is fucking huge. It's a program called YOLO Mouse. I used it because when I played Necromancer, my mouse would get lost in the thousands of hammers. Not Necromancer, sorry, Crusader. My mouse would get lost in the thousands of hammers. And this made it super high contrast and easy to see. I'm not sure how those stack up to what I have already. I know that's worse. I'm going to keep Strong Arm for now. Because I feel like there might be use for Strong Arm. There might be use for Strong Arm. Not sure. I think it was the pet set we were doing the other day where the knockback. There's knockback or something.
Your skill has...
I don't remember. Fuck. Alright, team. We tested the shit out of this set. I think ultimately the best build is this one that we came up with at the end. We're using Maltorius's Petrified Spike in the main hand. In the cube, we have the Scythe of the Cycle. The Requiem Chest Share Plate. It gives lots of essence sustain and lets you stay in the game. It gives lots of healing as well. I think that this piece is required for the Pestilence set, honestly. I was thinking Corpse Whisper originally because of the more damage, but this gives you the Wrath management, or not Wrath, Essence management you need. Unity. Dana's Binding for reduced damage with our Decrepify. We do Crispin Sentence for the increased damage with all the stuns. We have tons of crowd control here, tons of crowd control. Zays can also help proc Crispins and give a damage increase. We're using Compass Rose and Traveler's Pledge. Marine's Teardrop procs like fucking crazy when you do your Land of the Dead with Corpse Lances. So that's pretty good. For the actual talents, we have Standalone, more armor. Dark Reaping gives us essence and life per kill. Spreading Malediction gives extra damage per cursed enemy. Life from Death gives us a chance to spawn our health globes. And to combo with that, we have Reaper's Wraps, so we have more essence that way. Our Devour rune is on autocast. It is not the Radius one. I do not think the Radius one is good with this build because you have to get out of position to get the corpses. Instead, do this with autocast and it will reduce the essence cost of all your abilities by 2% per corpse consumed, and you consume a lot of corpses, and essence is the limiting factor, so this helps alleviate that as well. Our Decrepify Curse is Dizzying Curse for the chance to stun. Between this and Zays, we are stunning things very, very, very often to help proc our Crispin's extra damage. Our Bone Sphere is Blighted Marrow, so that each enemy it passes through, it does more damage. It's important to line up lots of little guys in front of your elite before you throw your spear through. Our Corpse Lance rune is Brittle Touch because it causes them to be more likely to get critically hit, and that's a big factor as well. Did I forget anything, team? I think that's it. Paragon wise, I did have the maximum essence to kind of smooth out the essence curve. It was actually an accident, but don't tell Xanthus. And of course, we just had max on that stuff. Gearing wise, I think that if you rolled area damage, it's better than anything else. So yeah. Yep. It was interesting. We figured it out eventually. We cleared a 70. I still don't think it's endgame viable, but at least, like, if I were to walk into a T13 Rift with this, I think I could clear it pretty quickly. And I think that that's kind of the idea behind the set, is that you could walk into a T13 Rift and just kill the shit out of it. Why are we using Mirenes? Because the damage isn't buffed like it is on Inarius. That is true, but the damage is still buffed from our Crispins. So when Mariner's procs, when things are crowd controlled, it does more damage. And I will kind of show you. Let's go find something. Here. So, oops, I don't have my auto cast on my Devour. So do you see all the procs of it going off while we're in that crowd control? That's why. While we're in Land of the Dead, it provides a lot of extra damage. It also provides us self-healing. It's a very small amount of self-healing, but it provides us self-healing. So, like, that's important. Oops. I'm really not paying any attention to what I'm doing at all. But I think this could work as a decent like tier 13 group build. If you get tired of Bone Storm, you could do this. You're not going to be able to keep up with people very well, so I don't know. You almost need Blood Rush on the bars to keep up with people in tier 13. But at least you're providing lots of crowd control and globes. I don't know.
That is not possible.
I don't know what its place is, honestly. It's fun. That's its place. It's fun. It'd be more fun if it did more damage. But yeah, so that's the build, guys. I hope you did enjoy the stream. If you did, make sure you leave a like, you favorite, you share it with your friends, and most of all, you subscribe. And I want to say thank you guys so much for joining us today. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to say peace out. Bye, YouTubes.